Hello, hello. I was just chilling on my own here a little bit. Good afternoon, Ollie. How's it going? Wait, why did not you summon them? That was weird. Right. I'm also good. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. Hey Gizmo, hello, hello. I'm a little bit tired. I mean, I did like 28 kilometers walk today. Just as a test run for the next week event. So it was alright overall. I'm just, you know, it's not light on your body. I feel a bit tired still, and I arrived at like 4:50 home, so like 1 hour to rest and chill a little bit. But yeah, all good, all good. But to be honest, I'm super excited for PE2. I don't know, man. The things look good. I know that like I didn't play last league, and probably there are things that I'll be annoyed by end of day one, but still, it was a lot of hype. Haven't watched the trailer or review show, whatever it was. Really, you haven't? Why not? Why not? Are you on the fence as well? I mean, I at least will give them like a benefit of the doubt, you know, anytime. So it was like 1 hour 20 minutes. 1 hour 20 minutes. The Q&A was also quite long, like 2 hours or so. Actually, I think it's the first time. I mean, I had a 6 hours today to kill while walking, so I had a lot of time to actually listen. So I listened to the Q&A. There were a lot of good details that they didn't mention otherwise, so I found them quite important, kinda. At least like for the moment. And like there is a lot of cool crafting coming with the runes that they introduce and whatnot. So even to the point that like you can use a rune to destroy a unique item and extract random power from the unique. And then you can use like socket that rune somewhere to grant another item that power. So things like this, you know, and they didn't mention any of that in the reveal. Doom Song, maximum skeleton archers. Oh wow, nice. First time I find it. Wait, balance. But yeah, like a lot of cool things. I don't know, like I know that Straight is not convinced without like changes to the main loop and like how you run the maps, but I think this is where probably we fundamentally disagree with him. So but they did a lot of cool things to zone out like different still not fully clear how like it's gonna be exactly, but it seems like there will be a bit more of isolation of different mechanics on the Atlas, and wherever you go, whatever you want to do, use the tablets and stuff like that. So I like the exploration part for sure, especially if there is good things to find. And with the new league mechanic, with expedition kind of thing, they mentioned there is a lot of unique things that they introduced to make it non-boring, non-trivial kind of. So let's see. 3 weeks though to wait. Three weeks. Since last stream I didn't have many upgrades here, to be honest. The main thing I had is I think I found like another fire damage charm, and that was it pretty much. I did find a bunch of things, that's why I wanted to slam today, so they can finally, you know, see if I have some upgrades or not. I was postponing slamming stuff for quite a bit, just, you know, I wasn't still sure what I want to keep, what I want to slam, what I don't want to slam, so I kind of cleaned up things a little bit. I've been collecting a lot of ethereal armors. Gold skill, bruh. Ooh, that's a nice one. Nice amulet. How's your adventure in the longing going? Any progress? Any cool things you found, discovered? I was wondering, like, how long is the typical playtime session? You're done? What do you mean? You didn't start it 400 days ago? Did you speedrun the clock? Or what? You found every secret already? Wait, what? Wait a minute. That didn't take long. That's kind of lackluster for 400 wait, no? 400 days waiting. I thought there would be way more things, no? Now you wait 367 days, then launch the game again. Yeah, exactly. Like, I expected there to be multiple events over these 400 days. Like, that's the whole promise of the game, isn't it? It's not the patience exercise or something, or memory exercise to remember to boot it. Sadly not. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, even though quite surprising. Quite surprising, actually. I totally expected there to be some extra things happening. Hello, Furious. Hello. How's it going on your side? Any luck in PD2? Did you lose all hope, or motivation still up a little bit? You wait for my birthday and then I'll finish the game. Wow. Okay. Okay. So what was like, what's actually the total playtime? Is it like 15 hours or something? Or actually more to get through everything? Try to use other way for Law of X? Wait, what? Ah, for Bear Law of X, alright. Didn't read that one. I was like, wait. Zod is so cheap this time? Usually never cheap. Keep finding druid summons killers though. It's some kind of joke about the current meta. That's funny, indeed. It's not that much, but I enjoyed it. I see. Oh man, I thought there would be at least like some scripted events at different, you know, like in 30 days, in 100 days. That would change something so it makes sense. I was kind of even musing a lot about this concept of like, what if instead of like forced content updates from, you know, like developers or something, you bake in some kind of simulation that actually updates the world itself, and you get to experience cool new things while you were away, kind of. There is, but not much. Yeah, but I mean, considering you started playing it like about 20 days ago, doesn't seem like a lot of variety. We're looking today to find Bear Rune, actually. If I find a Bear Rune, I can make Infinity. Actually, and I think I would still, like, no matter what, I would still at least want to try running Infinity. Like, I'm not sure how much stronger Infinity would be over, let's say, Lightning Merc, because I'm pretty sure he's quite strong, but I'm not super sure. What do you need for the minion? I think I need Om. It's Cham Om, right? I only have Cham. Iron Golem Infinity? Nah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, golems die. They die a lot. I don't know how people... Like, maybe it would work if you are one-shotting everything. But with my pace, no. It would die. Is this the famous owner of Amazon? Bro. This joke gets old. I guess you are old and just represent it, you know. I don't know. I would think, if I were you, think twice. So yeah, I don't think the... I don't think Infinity Iron Golem at this stage is a reasonable thing. I'm gonna lose it like in 10 maps, most likely. Finding Casual Barrier Rune is easy in PD2? Not really. Not really. It could take a lot of time. But maybe we're lucky. You have 133 hours in the long... Wait, what? You played 133 hours? When did you manage? Holy shit. That is crazy. Okay, that's a good amount to get all the secrets done, though. I take my words back, I guess. But yeah, I do have 2 Mal, 4 Arm Runes, so even if I need to cube up East, I will have Bear Mal, Bear East. It's kind of funny, I don't have even pool to make a Flickering Flame, although I learned that Flickering Flame, like, you would need to recast your golems for it to apply, which, in my opinion, kind of undermines the purpose of, like, having the whole thing of summons not disappearing every game. Like, it's like yet another crutch to get something going. So your new build looks like my sweep, but with high damage. My sweep had decent damage, considering it had 0 gear. Actually, the most expensive part that I bought was like a weapon for 7 divines. Come on, it was very underbaked. Could have done more, and I still did like I think 2 million or so. But cool stuff, cool stuff. I didn't know you want to go for another build actually. That's already the third one, no? That's pretty cool. Yari. Persistent minions was the best thing to happen to summoners, but the worst thing to happen to summoner build. Yeah, exactly. With like gear swap and whatnot. I guess it's just that for some summoners, I guess it's a necro problem mostly. Because for most other summons, their like main hand, like main gear is typically the most plus skills gear anyways. And for necro it's not the case. So had 700 Deeves and asked a new build or Awaken and Power level 5. Yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable indeed. New build should be more fun, but then your new build is with ward, I understood, right? How does ward work in PoE1 actually? What does it do? It's not like ES, no? It's different. Doesn't matter how big the hit, it's always consumed. Okay, so how does it help then? It's only good against big hits. Not great to resummon, especially Skellies and Wolves, but double dipping on damage buffs really got nerves flying. Yeah. No, that's why I think they really need to change it to like unsummon things on a skill level change. I think that's indeed the play, like what Rafe suggested the other day. That seems like the way to do it, and then rebalance them. Can get high amount, and I play unique, and that makes the ward not as good defensive anymore, but gives you flat chaos damage per ward. So then you still collect a lot of ward, but then you still have a lot of HP as well, so it's not your defensive mechanic really. 21k ward. Still good to have. Wait, that's level 90 for rerolls. Yes. 2. Most of your defense is Fortify, Endurance Charge, Defiance of Destiny, Block, Crit Immunity, Instant Leech, Overcry stuff like PDR. I see. Interesting. So many. It's kind of funny. Like there are so many defensive layers in PoE 1, and I feel like quite a bit less in PoE 2 at the moment. You can see Baron Om in my future. What else do you see when you close your eyes? Alright, let's do another map, and then I need to slam because I don't have space anymore. I need to finally get rid of all the items in my stash. PoE defense layer 1, your face, defense layer 2, your brain. Whew. I see beer and ale in my own future. Yeah, I like that future. Couldn't you see that gizmo in my future? It's more appealing. No? Oh my god. Baron Om. Not even Om Nom Nom? How did the practice walk go, by the way? It was good. Take it or leave it. It was good. I feel a bit tired, of course. I mean, after 30k or like 28 something, you would be tired anyways, right? But it's almost a half, a little bit less than a half of the whole thing. Yes, practice walk. I'm in a week I'm going 75 kilometers walk from like I start at 3 p.m. and I intend to finish by like 9-10 in the morning, something like that. So today was like the last day practice, pretty much the longest I went for. Also in the new shoes, with the new socks, with backpack, with a bit of the load in there as well. It was also a good way to go to see my friend on the other side of the city, pick up some stuff that I needed from him, like you know, the lamp. What's it called? It's not called torch. Wait, what's it called? The one that you like click, you know, the pocket lamp basically, and rain poncho just in case. So yeah, that was 28k. It was fine. I didn't have like big problems in the beginning. Like two main things that were bothering me, just to give context. One is I kept getting feet numbness, especially right foot, when walking. So this is typically like nerves, hydration, the size of feet increasing, stuff like that, which causes it. So I did take some adjustments. First of all, like drinking way more stuff, more water, then also slower pace in the beginning for like the first hour, 2 hours, slower or smaller stride, like shorter steps basically. Also not to overload the Achilles, because I'm now in a zero drop shoes, zero drop sneakers, I guess. They also load Achilles a bit more and calves. So like feet numbness was number one thing. The number two thing was my left ankle, but this is like super, I guess it's like for a long time already there. Last time I did the walk, I was also a bit worried about it, but then again, I just need to be a bit more mindful when walking and not to supinate it too much, like not to twist a little bit on that side, but go a bit more steadier. not to pronate too much and not to supinate too much. So that all went fine, so I didn't have numbness. Only had like for a couple of minutes, I think, and it went away, so that's good. And the left ankle was also fine. I didn't feel any particular pain or much else. I know that like on the distance when you start to wobble a little bit in your stride and like basically your footsteps are not so steady anymore, you could kind of still get it and be less cautious about it, but in 55k I didn't get it, and I kept kind of mentally thinking about it all the time not to put my steps correctly, so that was fine. I also did less breaks this time for sure than normally I would. Like normally my strategy kind of is to walk 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes more or less, and then full rest for 15 minutes, just I don't know, sitting down, maybe even taking off the shoes or not, but like sitting down, letting the legs completely rest, and basically repeat that as much as needed until you're there. This time I didn't do it very precisely. I was like, you know, I should have, but I also had a bit of a time pressure, so I needed to be a bit quicker. And the end was fine. In the end, my average pace was like 5.3 kilometers. I finished it all with breaks in 6 hours, so I think it's good. I think it's good. I actually felt quite... I had a bit of, like as I said, a bit of, I guess like fear that something would go wrong with either like new shoes or Achilles or left ankle or anything, but nothing did. So it gave me a lot of like positive reinforcement and motivation as well. Like, and when I was like on my last 10k, I was like, you know, like I feel totally fine and I can actually just go, no problem. I only realized that I need to drink more water, and this time again I took with me only like this, you know, thing, and it's like 0.7 or something like that. So I didn't have that much water with me, and the moment I was like, I'm thirsty, and that was exactly a moment there was literally not a single like shop or speti or anything around until the end of the journey. So I was like, alright, I will need to make sure that I drink properly, get enough water, but also in a way that it's not becoming a burden or like too much weight to carry, because you know, like every kilo is you feel it when you walk so long. So yeah, I think it went well overall, and I'm quite positive. I'll just, yeah, like for the rest of the week or until the event, it's next Saturday, I'm just going to take it easy, just small walks, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour walk, just to loosen the legs a little bit, and I'll do like some calf exercises, calf stretches, hip stretches. So that's the main activity I'm gonna do basically for the rest of the time. Wish I could walk this long, but I'm too fat. Man, me too. It's this time I definitely could have prepared better, and wait, I didn't finish the map. I just needed to come back here. I could have definitely prepared better. Like I started very late. I started walking quite late. Dune Beast. 1 sec. Scarab. I would have preferred to prepare for it at least like 2 months, like pump some steps in, but I didn't. Luckily, like I did have a good base from last year, a lot of walking, so yeah, weighted walks are also good indeed. They also like improve your bone density and kind of make you healthier in general. With just put like, I don't know, 5 kilo water bottles in your backpack and walk for an hour. That's already a good thing. it's it's also kind of funny that totally like with absolutely everything, walking, unlike, you know, one would think that, well, walking, duh, you know, we're all walking all the time from, you know, like childhood, and like totally fine. But it's the same thing, like the moment you cross it to the area where it's like not a recreational but actually kind of sport activity, it's the same thing like everything, and you shouldn't be discouraged in the beginning, because like even going for like 7k of stable pace walking without breaks, it will be already difficult from the get-go. Like it's more or less like 1 hour 20 minutes or so, but because we are walking always, you know, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, slow pace, stopping every time, it's not really. So we have this kind of illusion that walking is easy and you should be able to do it from get-go, but in reality, same as with any other sport activity, you need to gradually ramp up and prepare and train, and with practice, like with every other sport, it just gets better. Like in 1 month you will be much better off to do these things. So again, I think that's like the story of our lives. If you want to do something better or get better at something, just start practicing, and start slow, start small, and you will get there in no time. Just walking normally gets you only so far, unfortunately. When for cardio, you stop seeing improvement pretty quickly if you don't graduate to jogging. Yeah, I mean, for cardio, yeah, it depends really what your goal is, right? Like if you want to gain like aerobic capacity, walking indeed, you get used to it like in a month or so, and you no longer get in a like good zone for, you know, like cardio capacity improvement. Like you stay in like zone 1 more or less, and you don't go into zone 2. You will typically slide into zone 2 if you have a long walk, and for example today I was sliding also into zone 3 because I was maybe going a little bit faster, maybe getting a bit more tired, so my heart rate was going up. But for the rest, like as you say, it's gonna stay there. If you add a bit of the load, then your heart rate will also go a little bit up, and eventually you will start getting those benefits again a bit more. Just for like weight loss and whatnot, the number one thing, you cannot outdo your mouth. So if somebody is interested in weight loss, first begin with understanding what goes into your mouth, what is it, how much, how often, and begin with that. Adding any activity is a good thing, of course, but there were countless studies that people that do a lot of sport, they see first bump in the beginning. Oh my god, why did you run there? They see a first bump in the beginning of like weight loss and like shaping a little bit their body, but then over time it disappears because you start to adapt to higher caloric need from those like new activities, and you start to consume more, basically. I think for general health and well-being, casual walking is fine, of course. Yeah, exactly. Diet's always gonna be a big one. Maybe you are in your 20s, you can get away with working out through a bullshit diet, but it's rough. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. You are totally right. 30% faster run walk. I wish I had that circlet on my head today. That's absolutely true. There are way more things which I sadly start to like more and more understand and realize there are way more things besides like sleepless nights that you can get away with when you are young. So, and again, like normally I wouldn't even like call. I think also dieting has like a bit of a bad connotation and, you know, bad faith, not faith, but like bad aura around it. So I would, you know, like just your food habits, your food regimen. Diet for some reason very often is associated with like restricting everything to water, or you know, like never ever having fun with food, or eating good food, broccoli and shit, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be that. So and I think looking at what you eat and why you eat things, it's gonna be way harder, to be honest, than just going to a running class or a gym, for sure. Because like usually you will also see, like, especially if you have like some like mild food disorders, you will uncover like a lot of things that, you know, maybe like some things make you upset and stressed, and the only positive loop that you find is just eating good food, which is like I had, you know, that was my case at some point, and sometimes comes back as well. Like if I feel upset or really like stressed over the board, I'm like, all right, I don't always even realize it, but I just slide into, all right, I want to feel happy, and the only easy dopamine boost that I can get is the easiest one is I can eat some nice food. And then usually that kind of slides into losing it, sort of. You did keto for 3 years. Bodybuilding, wow. Bodybuilding on keto must be difficult. I never even tried like pure keto. I don't know. I definitely consume more calories from fat these days than from carbs, that's for sure. But I'm not going pure keto. I mean, no. That's too much. Again, like, there are, you know, people say there are a lot of health benefits with keto, and probably the ketosis and whatnot. But there are also a lot of bad things. Or like, I think it's a very difficult food regimen to stick with. Let's begin with that. And unless you are really disciplined and you know what you're doing, most likely it's not going to work for 99% of people. So you were fat and went from fat to giga muscle. Then I got a heavy injury on my shoulder. Now I'm fat again. Oh man, that's very, very unfortunate, but also very relatable. It's really hard to... It's like when you really cannot do sport anymore, and it was like a big part of your routine or whatnot. It really demotivates you so much. It's so hard to kind of overcome that. So again, like I couldn't relate. Like same with my stupid elbows. Like getting tendonitis on each elbow once every half a year, and basically you cannot pull anymore anything, and a lot of like bend positions are very difficult, so you cannot also push in full range for like 3 to 6 to 9 months, depends on how lucky you are. That's like really, it demotivates as well a lot, but it is what it is, I guess. Just need to find like there was a lot of learning from this journey that I had. I was like, all right, actually slower, smaller loads, even slower, and like just take it as slow as possible, as easygoing as possible, and eventually focus on consistency and not results, kind of. But that's a very hard switch to make. Go find that bear. Sure. Thanks. All right. I think I'm gonna now slam. Let's do a slam session. Let's do a slam session. Yeah. Because I do have a bunch of things. Let me see what I want to slam precisely. I might need to review one tab, this one. I don't know if there is anything to slam. That's all like different merc gear. Maybe I'm not gonna slam that. But first of all, I have 10 decent armors that I want to slam. So they have typically enhanced damage, all res, and PTR. Like typically 2 of those, or sockets. So like for example here you have 130 enhanced damage, decent resistances, and if it gets sockets, that would be pretty good, or PDR for example. Then you could also balance, add more enhanced damage and so on and so forth. So here as well, like high PDR, but free sockets could be for example good. Here you have a mix of resistances and PDR, again free sockets would be really nice. So stuff like that, or here already free sockets, enhanced damage, poison length reduction, but missing resistances or PDR. So I have a bunch of those, also some of them are crafted, safety chests. I do have Arex Needle, Wind Force, Artisan's Breast of Nirvana, wait, I will keep aside I guess, some kind of Laying of Hands, Shaft Stops, a bunch of things here, and also here some Scalders, Ethereal Flame Bellow, 5 sockets, wow, damn, that would be sick. Taurasha's chest, actually I have 2 Taurasha's chests, where is the second one by the way, where did it go? Ah yeah, there it is. IK chest, then Bone Hue I guess, Marrow Walk, Demon Machine, couple of Gladbanes, a couple of Ormus Robes, so a bunch of things, right? Hey Krill, if I pronounce it well or right. You're new to Diablo? Have a question? Yeah, sure, shoot. Go for it. 20 faster on walk, nice. Hit a wall and you are curious what you think, so you build this Holy Fire plus Raven Claw. Do you think I can sort out the fire immunes with lower res uses? In D2R, Nightmare Hell, oh in D2R, no, typically not. The fire immunity is the hardest to break, like normally wouldn't work. The numbers on monsters are very high, like it's usually impossible to break. And even if you break them, you would deal 0 damage, because already Holy Fire Ravenclaw is not big damage stuff. So you either skip them or make your merc deal with them, or do something else with them. In D2R there are not so many options, to be honest. One shot everything but immunes. Well, in Hell it's gonna be different for sure, and there will be more fire immunes as well, so even from Act 1 already. If you had a Thunder Charm, for example, then sure, that would be nice, because then with Thunder Charm you can use the lower res wand, and it's gonna be decent, like I don't know, in the range of 50 fire res. Yeah, if you, the thing is like the easiest to play through is physical and magic damage, because there are very few immunities. all the elemental ones, they do have quite a bit of immunity, so normally you skip them. You skip those mobs. Skip those mobs or make your merc deal with them, or have a second element that can work. So some builds, some characters have a good dual spec options. Right, let's grab some. I have 120 of those, damn. Let's begin with unique items. Well, we can start with Ariok Needle. That's the only one that rolled 5 and actually high enhanced damage. More enhanced damage and ignore target defense. Interesting, okay. Wind Force is gonna brick. It didn't. It also got enhanced damage and attack rating. Nice. That's a decent bow, 396. If like socket 4 sockets with P-box, that's ready to go bow. Nice. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah. There is a lot of smaller ones. Alright, Lane of Hands, more fire res. This new Tombsong. 1 socket, yikes. Nagel Ring. I thought, why not? Something good rolls on it, more MF. Nokazan. Ooh, Nokazan. First brick out of the way. Shaft Stop. Oh. Sure. 2 sockets on Taurasha's chest. Okay, I guess it's fine. Not bad. IK, 10 FCR. Yikes. Take a break and find another option. Yeah, sure. Of course, you're welcome. These boots, pretty decent. Dual res, extra gold, faster on walk. I thought maybe something else. PDR, not the most useful thing actually, but I guess fine. I mean, it's not very useful. Maybe for Merc it could be good, but I was kind of hoping for some good stat for Triangle or something like that. Hellmouth, extra gold for monsters. Verdango, rolled 3313. FHR on Verdango. Nah, I think I have better. Yeah, I have better build. I have better build than Verdango. It's kind of funny. Doesn't have life on this one though. All right, yet another gold wrap. 29 MF, 69 gold, 10% more increased attack speed. Okay, that is interesting for the Merc potentially. Another PDR, huge life, huge strength, resistances belt. Why this one got 2 to maximum res? I mean, okay, it's not bad. I could use it for like Rathma, I guess, right? Looks very nice actually. Would have been better on my belt, not than this one. Wait, shark skin, razor tail, vitality. Wait a second, I'll be back. Okay, I found this fire lizard talons, but they were actually quite nice. Minus 15 enemy fire res, 4 to fire skills, so really good roll. And got 3 sockets, damn. This is very nice actually. That's a good fire weapon. I mean, it's not +1 all skills, but probably second best corrupt. I think, right? We can put 3 facets here now. Very cool. Ondo's Wisdom. I'm still wondering if anybody using this. Has 5 skills. Huge FCR. Excuse me, huge FCR. Inner sight. Dragon Tail scene. Why not something like Wake of Fire or something? Doesn't work that way. Attack speed and enhanced damage on all those wisdom. Alright, that's a stuff to break heads with. Now that we started to talk about Rathma, I thought I need to start picking up with Venom wards, right? Or sockets, I guess. One socket? One socket? Alright. Alright, bro. Dual res, faster on walk, poison length reduction, gold? Triple res. These are decent boots. Is anyone doing Fire Trapper? I don't know. I don't know. Why not? Ooh, Merman Sprocket deleted. Okay, these are Necro Heads. Oh yeah, I wanted also to slam this one. Another armor with 147 enhanced damage, FHR, Dex, Cold, and Resistance, PDR, I mean. 10 FCR? Wait, it's a brick with 20 physical damage reduction. Jesus Christ. I didn't slam Frostburns. Let's do it. GG. GG noobs. And let's do also gold skin for fun. Physical damage reduction by 10. Okay. Now, another page. Another page. Scalder's Ire. 8% PDR. Damn, that's a lot of MF and PDR here. Flame Bellow. This body needs. I wonder what people need actually, because it's a two-hander. It needs damage, right? Because two-handers can roll 4 sockets. Oh, screw you! Screw you with your 4 sockets here. Corruption. Bloody hell. Ember Sworn. 2 sockets on the Ember Sworn. Interesting one as well. Seraphim. GG noobs. Anvil Guard. Off. Also bricked. Wait, actually a good one. Doesn't have enhanced damage but has deadly strike and IAS and all res. I'll keep it in case I wanna go back to something. Max damage, deadly, all res, IAS, and chance to pierce. Taurasha, which we used before. More cold res. Gladiator's Bane. Poison res. Black Horn's Face. 3 socketed Black Horn's Face. Wow. Is there really any use to that mask? Beyond like Mephisto, Uber Mephisto? I kinda doubt there is any other use to it, right? But cool corrupt. G stacks. You are what a flatter. How are you though? How are you feeling? Enjoying the weekend? Resting? More fire res on this Town Russia mask. That's unfortunate. Swift Hand. You know what? I'm not gonna slam it. I think it's kind of bad. Hands damage, lifesteal, crushing blow, open wounds, poison stuff. 1 socket aches. Bone Hue. Not sure why I'm corrupting it. I've been dropping them. Enemy poison res. Yeah. Cyclopean Roar. Cannot be frozen now. Okay, dude. Marrow Walk. Regenerate mana 33%. Wait, that's not Silk Weave, it's Marrow Walk. Okay, that's useless. Nos Coil. I have, I think, 2 of them. I have 1 of them. 1 of those. Trangul. Just 11 fire res? Yikes. Maximum res on Town Russia. Wait, the helm is decent. Had the DDS can be frozen, right? Wait, I didn't notice. I looked at the skills and there were no skills. I can pick it up again. Job and Wiser. Has 20 enhanced damage, 13 maximum damage, 18% chance of deadly strike, fine potion, life, all res, and can be frozen. Actually, yeah, it's it has something on it. I doubt though that this is good enough, to be honest. I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like a decent thing I would use. Laying of Hands. Extra gold from monster on Laying of Hands. That could be a mercenary food. Second one. When's defense? Sazabi. You know, why not? Silkweave, yeah, I did have Silkweave indeed. Here having mana regen would be nice, right? Brick has a life, faster and walk, triple res, but quite low, and a beta map. Nah, that's too bad. Dracos. No one's using that at level 58, I think. Yeah. Fire res on Dracos. Drill shell. 1 to all skills. Why? I mean, it's better than cannot be frozen, but just 1 to all skills. Duriel shell. Right. Crown of Weaves. Maximum lightning resist and lightning resist. Grimm's Burning Dead. This one was free necro and free plus 3 raise skeletal mage. Oh yikes. Damage to undead. Alright, here we go. Demon Machine. No. Attack rating. That's, I guess, like the only weapon ever that does not need attack rating, right? Okay, let's grab some more. Oops. Trangul. Poison res 75. Leadless Wall. 32 life. First Ormus has some fire skill damage. Charge Bolt. I was thinking most likely I will not swap. Like, I think helmet is enough. I'll probably not swap out, but let's see. Indestructible, okay. I was supposed to be on the ethereal one, and this ethereal one is Lesser Hydra. Has 14 skill damage, and it's gone. Boom, dead. Not even good. Another Anvil Guard. Faster on walk, sure. Another Gladiator's Bane. Increase maximum life 4. I guess. Sure. ED max damage, Deadly Strike. Lightning res. Have Saracen's Chance here. How does it roll? 39 enhanced damage and perfect 25 all res. Curse resistance 20%. Okay, interesting. High Lords. I found High Lords at some point. I don't remember when actually. Poison res on it. Yes, not good. Is there anything else here? Maybe Vile Husk I could slam? Minus requirements, alright. Now even I can equip it. Night Puzzler, no. Neverbone Hue, no. Lacerator, no. IK, no. IK. Oh, Stone Crusher. Yeah, Stone Crusher I can slam. Man after each kill. A bunch of amulets that were actually decent. Vidala as well here. Alright, let's check those. This one is 2 to Pali. Minimum damage, life, all res, half freeze duration. Actually, very decent, decent amulet. I got more fire res on top. This one is we just found. It's like javelin skills. 20 dex, 48 life. Again, all res, fire res, and gold. Life after each kill. Okay. And the other one was shape-shifting with FCR, energy, all res, and damage taken as well. Okay, that's not that good, but... And we got more res. Now the last thing I think I have are the armors, right? Yeah. A bunch of cool armors. Let's go through them. This one I already said, it's a good base. Has some enhanced defense. Doesn't have a lot of enhanced damage, but sockets or something. Yeah, or a brick, for example. Another one. This one 130 ED. All res, poison length reduction. Enhanced defense. Ugh, probably not, but we'll see. I forgot to check this one. What did it have? Did it break actually? I don't know. Zork skills 24 PDR, poison length reduction, lightning rest, 2 sockets. This one PDR or res. Magic damage reduced. No, okay, that's bad. This one already has 3 sockets and 130 ED and poison length reduction. So what could it get technically? I'm not even sure. I guess like PDR would be the best. I got lightning res. It only has like 2 dimensions, sockets and enhanced damage. Could make it like easily like 230 enhanced damage. Maybe better than. I mean, it's not gonna be better than Fortitude, but good as a intermediate option. Here I have 140 ED, dual res, and some PDR. And it breaked. Yikes. This one, big PDR, big life, big defense. More PDR but flat. This one... that's a shaft stop at home, right? Actually, probably should upgrade it, right? Just to get more sockets. It's a recipe. RAL tool. Perfect amethyst, okay. RAL tool. Okay, mesh, armor. Hop. No! It breaked with 2 sockets. Hate you, game. You're stupid. Okay, bone weave. Decent defense. Some PDR, some life, 1 res. Flat and percentage PDR. 2 sockets here. This one is definitely Fortitude at home. If you like put there 2 jewels with enhanced damage, just for some extra PDR there. And last one, I think, chainmail. Yeah, okay, let's upgrade it to RAL to amethyst. maximum lightning res. Wait, it had 30 on res? Kinda didn't see it. Oh well. That wasn't very successful. Collecting all those armors and slamming them. Oh, there is another one. This one, what does it have? Live, big PDR, 3 sockets. Tasty. Okay. Does anybody need anything from here? From what you've seen? Otherwise I'm gonna create a free game and drop most of the things. Things that I don't need. You'll take the fire lizards? Sure. Where are they? Ah, here? Okay, let me make a new game first. It's KD 928 and password 13. So Wind Force is nice. If somebody wants to use a puzzle box on it, for example, it has almost 400 enhanced damage, which is good. I don't know if anybody wants to use Ariok's Needle, to be honest. 360 D, ignore target. I mean, it's probably good. Mouth, IK armor, Taurasha with 2 sockets. I don't know, maybe I will use it actually. Gold wrap with 30 IS, I will probably keep it as well for now. 928. Sorry, I haven't restarted the count since the beginning. The max res I will keep as well. There you are. Hop. Sure, welcome. Verdango, for example, Razor Tail, Scalders with PDR, Ember Sworn, my old Taurasha, Gladiator's Banes, Blackhorn Face. Okay, I think it doesn't know. Oh, the last call, guys. Combat Palace Killer, 30 to life. Elemental Druid Skiller, 40 to life. Fire Skiller for Sork. Sheet Gids, Curses Necro. Fire Skills for Sorks again, actually 2 of them. Wait, they are freaking identical. 6 to Dexterity both, what the fuck? I don't know, Wild Husk, Notch Puzzler, Bone Hue, Lacerator, IK stuff. And I have some large charms, so like cold damage extra gold, lightning skill damage, poison skill damage with 23 to life, lightning skill damage 2 with 29 to life, 6 max damage, attack rating 23 to life, and 6 max damage, attack rating dex. Oh, I know, we didn't slam Storm Shield, let's do it. I still haven't found really use for them, so... One is bricked, and the second one... got faster block rate and increased chance of blocking, okay. Yeah, okay. Sandstorm tracks, can slam those two. And you. Oh, I have a lot of G-Face. Okay, I take it back. We still have a few things to slam. Forgot about all those things. 2 sockets on G-Face. Alright. Not too bad.
I am overburdened.
Sandstorm tracks and get extra defense. Oops. Now the Trangul helmet. Bricks. Taurasha. Bricks. Chance of blocking. Wait a minute. It has 24 of HR, increased chance of blocking, 93 to life, 19 fire and poison res, and 7 PDR. What the hell? That's a good belt, actually. Another G-face, replenished life, and another G-face. 3 sockets, right, we won. I actually got it. 3-socketed G-face after getting the 2-socketed one. Nice. That's lovely. Marowak, 28 to life. Do I want to slam Guardian Angel? What if it breaks? No! My Uber armor. Cyclopean Roar. 3-socketed Cyclopean Roar. Wow. Damn it. That's cool. Sazabi. No. Waterwalks. Oh no. They breaked. Wait, did I have another pair? Yeah, I did. Alright. Okay. Aldors with mana regen. Sure. Ephemeral. PDR. This one is, don't even remember, Sage's Defiance. 2 sockets, sweet, actually, not bad. No, you didn't just break my one and only chance guards. Yikes. Another sick belt. 10 SCR, 34 strength, 86. I think it had strength already. Kinda brick. This above slammed. These boots I can slam. More lightning res on it. Use these ones then. Maximum cold res and cold res. Nice. That's making them even more all-rounded. What else? I'm on my slamming spree. Taurasha mask, sure. Maximum lightning res, okay. Black oak, shield, dodge, 100 to life, wow. Not gonna slam Gore Riders. Could slam Nos Coil. I have another one. Go for monsters. Okay. Quiver or bolts. Minimum damage. Bow crossbow. No. String of Ears. They bricked. Okay. Mage Feast. Yes, I think I have 3 Mage Feasts. One of them is gonna get something good, isn't it? Wait, give me your Mage Feast, Mr. Merc. Mana stolen per heat. Oh. Enhanced defense. Unlucky. Lava Gout. Generate mana. Lightsaber slammed already. Oh, this armor. PDR all res. More cold res. Okay. I'm not gonna slam Gore Riders. I guess I can slam Fast Speeder. Attack speed, enhanced damage. I think that is pretty much everything I had to give. Alright. Okay. Well. 3 stuff. Normal game. Oh yeah, I removed the password, right? Yeah, I did. That's been the longest since somebody joined for free stuff game.
Dude, the battle for Arrakis.
Did I set up something wrong with the game? I don't think so. Nope. I wonder who decided the intro music for Dune should have a guitar solo. Good question. I have no idea who actually composed it. Might keep Dragos. This maybe too. Oh, that's a better one than I decide here. High Lords. I don't think I ever need High Lords, right? Still on this page. Triangle. Might keep it. Okay. Now keep that for fun. Hey, name Space. Hello. Did you get anything good? Yeah, I guess I did. Free socket at G-Face. Decent corrupt on Wind Force with like max damage and attack rating, I think. A bunch. I already dropped most of the things on the ground, actually. Can't show. Free socket Cyclopean Roar is nice as well. PD2. Where is it? Where did it go? I think it break. No, it didn't break. The belt with maximum to all resistance is also nice. 30 IS gold wrap is nice. 2-socketed Russia is nice. So good stuff. Good stuff. Wait. Hop. What's that F thing? Which one? This one? Sage's Defiance. It's a new item this season. It's kind of a caster helmet with physical damage reduction. Life to HQ, damage taken gained as mana. So kind of defensive caster helmet. It's good for the mercenaries, I guess, in Act 3 especially, with FCR. The only problem is that now, I think this is a problem that PD2 is running into, in my opinion, that now a lot of previously unique things is unusable. Yeah, a lot of previously unique exclusive affixes, I think almost all of them were added to rare items, so it's a bit a lot of unique items basically lost a lot of identity and a lot of use, because you can roll a lot of things now on on helmets. Like you can roll, I think, up to 12 PDR on a rare helmet now. So, and you can roll FCR on them and skills. So it's indeed, I think the at least 1+ skill would make it a good service for sure. I don't know how Senbai is gonna fix that problem, to be honest. Of like devaluing a lot of unique items. Yeah, they are I think they're easier to trade. That's probably their main advantage now. And I mean like unique items. Right. I thought it was cursing my own cow. How are you doing, Namespace? You've been, what have you been doing lately? What did you play? Did you try the new Olden Era Heroes of Might and Magic? It looks quite popular, but again, like, it's kind of popular at the same people that played the third Heroes for like all the online multiplayer. So I wonder if it's gonna get into mainstream a little bit more, but alas, I don't think so, to be fair. Even if it's a good game and everything. Have it in your backlog? Mostly been playing Windrose. Oh, but isn't that like a MMO or something? Like a pirate COV-esque stuff, no? Arrrr, yeah. No? Wait. Really? I thought it was. I haven't looked actually. Oh, it's more like a survivor. Ah. I see. Well, you like those, I guess, quite a bit. Maybe that's down your alley. Exploration. What? Actively damaging SSDs with huge temp files. Huh? The fuck? That sounds crazy, to be honest. Oh, another Durio shell. Shall not be in my inventory. Actually, I'll take a little break after this map. I'll snack something and move around a little. Good idea to move and not sit too much after such day. Somebody let it write unlimited size files and was constantly making huge files and then deleting them or something. Right. I mean, I guess they patched it, right? I think like this would be patched right away. By the way, namespace, did you check the PE2 update? Are you anyhow interested in trying it out, or you put it on a shelf until 1.0 release completely? Oh shit. Loot filter, optionless. There we go. They patched it. Yeah, that's nice. That is good. Where's that leaper? You haven't kept up with it? Okay. But are you interested? Or not really? I mean, they kind of redid a lot of things with this new patch, so a lot of things will be new, and I think way more guided experience now, at least like for every new pinnacle boss in every mechanic. You'll get a quest and progress and whatnot, so it's going to be much easier, I guess. 3 days off work for PoE2 League? What? Is it gonna be the days when you are traveling? So you said like I'm not gonna travel or something? That's a serious commitment. I did muse a potential to play 24 hours on the release, but then I was thinking that maybe it's better if I just wake up earlier and start early. I don't know. The rest of the week, so like when you come back on a second or third, right? I see. I see. Have time off in the end of June, so I won't be able to get any more. Oh, only 1 day since March. Yeah, that's quite a few. I have too few holidays to take them, to be honest. Unfortunately, 20 days only. And I still haven't booked like the main holiday I want to do this year, to see my parents, or most likely to see my mom only. Have you decided what you want to play? Which class? Is it gonna be martial artist or no? I'm kind of thinking martial artist, to be honest. I'll need to study a little bit what's the ascendancy has to offer. But what I heard, like I was listening today for Q&A. 5 or 6 bank. Oh, you have less bank holidays actually. Interesting. It's a new ascendancy class for monk. Yeah, martial artist indeed. Okay, because you only have 5-6 bank holidays, really? Wow. And I was complaining that we have only like 11. But this year many of them went on Saturday or Sunday, so they don't count really. Unfortunately. Yeah, I was thinking about martial artists because I haven't played monk at all, and I always kind of liked how it looked and kind of mid-range combat. But really, like, you know, I listened today to their Q&A because like I had a lot of time walking, and one cool thing that they said is that they actually like reworked, or not reworked, but like assigned this Feast of Stone that transforms the gloves. They looked at every single rare affix, but also every single unique glove and made a match for this ability, like how it's gonna transform. So I feel like there will be a lot of cool opportunities and things to find. Most likely all of them gonna be shit, but still gonna be exciting for at least a second, you know. Like, you know, in a good old tradition of PoE, you are excited until you're not. So, but still. So I was thinking that maybe that's like that's already a cool thing, but I have no clue about the builds of Monk. And then the second thing is that I was really musing if I should also go SSF and try to do like all the Ubers, all the Pinnacles. I was thinking if at some point I will really start regretting that decision, then I could always migrate to normal league, if I remember well. But I was thinking that because like last league, when I played the warrior, I think like one of the worst things that happened is that like I was trying and like, you know, sweating so much for like making an item, making a better weapon, and then I just went on the market and bought one for like 1 divine that was blew out of water like completely everything I ever had, and I was like, I don't really like how it feels. So I don't know, like lately I don't like it, like completely devaluing the whole experience of doing anything with items. It starts them like in PoE 1, for example, like, you know, besides like all the cool things and all the good stuff, there is this, but because there is such a breadth and like things that you could do, you don't feel it so bad, like that you are actually working trying to make currency per hour. But in PoE 2 I felt like because of the lack of options, all you had to do is actually make currency per hour and then buy stuff that you need, and that's it. So kinda didn't like that. So I was thinking maybe going SSF, Soul Self Scant. Yeah, absolutely. Hey Brave, hello, how are you doing? What are you up to? So yeah, I was thinking maybe going SSF and doing like all the pinnacle bosses, whatever SSF. That could be a cool challenge. Viper Fork. Ooh. Could be a cool challenge. And like if I go a little bit like longer, then, you know, same as like in PoE 1, I feel like I would be able to get the build going, get farming, do some Ubers and whatnot. Doing maps? Oh, okay. Still playing PD2. Why? Somehow these last like 6-7 maps, I feel like I didn't drop anything. I just need my second bear. Can I get one, please? Please? Pretty, please? Wait, battle boots? Wait, where did Corona drop? Oh, somewhere far. Okay, Greece Corona, whatever. Don't want to pick it up. $49. Wait, Hellhammer? The Earthshaker? Yeah, Earthshaker. I got the resistance on an item that I got the resistance cold res, the one that I don't need. I'm lacking lightning res. Maybe I should change my boots because of that somehow. So if I'm getting more of the fire damage charms, it will be already difficult to fill them in without losing resistances. And one more thing that I realized is that Phoenix is really needed for this build. But then I'm still like not sure if I want to play Phoenix Shield. Because if I do, I lose even more resistances. I don't know. Difficult. Whew. Feeling definitely way more tired today. Use the one that I that sent from my account. I forgot to disable the gear command from Nightbot. That zone is actually dead. She fell. Sadly, we didn't get any resistances on Mage Feast. No res on Triangle. I could replace FHR with res, but that's not a good one. I could socket Shaco with Armorune, for example, if I need to. Yeah, those are all the options I have. I guess like Shaco is fine for farming here endgame, but the Triangle armor is bad. I wish Shaco rolled 3 sockets. I think you can have only 2, right? Maximum.
I can't.
You're actually mad at PD2 now? What happened? No way. What's in your Triang armor? Just a Shael rune. For FHR, I have 44 FHR to hit the breakpoint because I'm teleporting into mobs, and sometimes it's really difficult to. 25 deadly. Sometimes it's difficult to cast stuff and to move. Faster cast rate. Are you rune for both Hell Forges for my barb in your zone? Oh no. That's a special kind of luck indeed. It did you dirty. It's a barb. Took 5 minutes to get there, so just reroll. Right, right. Good call, good call. Oh god. Alright, let me check how many. I don't have that many gems even for rerolling. Yeah, let's wait on it. Although every free fire damage last charm would be helpful. Right, let me take a little break. Just to stretch a little. Feel a bit rusty already. Alright, see you soon. Hello, hello. Alright, let's continue. Wait, you found Beast Projector? What? Have you been cheating? But yeah, like, I was, you know, I'm surprised because, like, this Necro also supposed to use both, like, skill rings, and then it's like, where do you get resistances from? Only boots, I guess? 2 mana of HQ, which was less exciting. Isn't that quite good? Or is it only good on the Stone of Jordan? There's literally no place to get resistances on. I guess, like, armor and Shaco. Even though, like, armor, if I don't want to swap, I would probably put facets in it eventually. I don't know. I don't know how to manage resistances on this build, really. Right, go next map. May it be good to us. Let me disable flux. Always forget. Alright. Damn, you went straight ahead and slammed it. Holy. This is a pretty strong move. One more thing that I realized, that for some reason my blood golem doesn't hit mobs that often. I don't know if he has like some kind of, I don't know, different range or different priority or something, but I don't regenerate life that often as I would expect. Sometimes it's really just taking ages for him to hit anything, so I still keep drinking potions. That's why I feel like for the comfort, Phoenix is super necessary. If it breaks, you never really had it, and that's true. Keeping it in a stash, looking at it, is giving it too much value. But yeah, for Phoenix I still need another Vex and a Jah. I do have a couple of law, but not another Vex or a Jah. And I think I will probably go like classical way with like Dominion and a Phoenix in a shield. Phoenix in the weapon and some other Necro head, even like Homunculus or what I have now, or Sacred Totem is interesting, but Phoenix is too much of a price on SSF to test it really. Darkness itself, okay, my Warstone shards are coming back. I wish it was something else. Damn it, I always forget how hungry you are after these walks. I mean, I burned 2000 calories in those 6 hours and it makes you really hungry. Even like despite eating along the way. You found for some PD2? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You thought we were getting swords for sure? I mean, you know, that's like community got baited. It's a really stupid situation because community baited itself that there are gonna be swords, and then everybody got mad that they got no swords and no duelists. Like, what the fuck? That's why you have some nice teriyaki chicken skewers you can just throw in an air fryer. Oh yeah. I had now like a little gyoza, chicken gyoza with peanut sauce. People got mad about it. I actually cooked. Yeah. But there were like a lot of people getting mad really, like in comments in the chat. Like, I don't know. It's a bit stupid. But yes, I'm absolutely pumped, honestly. I think what they showed was really cool. It's actually one of the, like, not feedbacks, but like one of the things that I really found struggling in PoE1 is the beginning of endgame. Not like struggling in a way, but for example, the Eater and Exarch, those at least, like with Maven and whatnot, they are like present directly in the game, but I only did like the other keystone, Voidstone, I mean, like 3 weeks later, because like there was nothing ever telling me what to do. So I'm really glad that they're adding this kind of progression and a little bit more clearance and guidance, and like overall structuring it, putting it together. Still, I didn't fully understand if like towers still there and you can like use the something, but there is any mechanic with towers besides like opening the view that I still kind of miss. I don't remember what they did with them last time. I know that they said that basically using a tablet in the map will exclude any other league mechanic, and it's like on one side it sounds bad, but on the other side it means that it kind of removes the problem of like FOMO, and that you need to go and like do, you know, all the breaches and all the to get all the tree, because before it was all on the Atlas passive tree, and you would be able to spec into multiple things just by completing the Atlas. Now Atlas is kind of mechanic averse in a sense, and so people don't miss out on, I don't know, one or another thing in the map. Basically gets blocked, but you can have like breach tablet, delirium tablet, and like a third tablet expedition if you have all those already unlocked in the skill tree. Challenges are nice as well. I see a lot of people use 3640 as their stopping point. Oh yeah, they actually spoke about it too in the Q&A, saying that like there are a lot of reviews of like 400 hours and like the review is game is bad. It's like, okay, they try to understand it, like sometimes maybe they wanted to give a stopping point as well for people, like clear stopping point. For some it would be completing those quest lines, for some it would be just doing the fortress, the Fortin with like the new first edict boss, whatnot, Arbiter of Light, I guess, whatever his name is gonna be. For others, is gonna be clearing all of it and doing all the pinnacle bosses outside of quest lines. So then challenges as well. I found though that like their challenges, like there were very few challenges comparing to PoE1. Like PoE1 has, you know, there is like a scroll, you scroll like 40 challenges, right? And here we have only 8. So I wonder if they're gonna all feel like a bit lackluster or something, I don't know. But still, it's again, like to me, it's always a good direction. I'm also happy that they, like now they do this thing and they will have at least like 3 months or more to understand the feedback overall, so that in 1.0 they could still do like some final adjustments, which is really nice. Oh yeah, the challenge set is also good, and the statue is really nice. I think, you know, I was thinking that like in that sense they are smart, because they are probably the smartest of like of them all, because they understand that like this is a digital asset. Sure, it takes time to produce and make, but it doesn't cost anything really, right? It doesn't have any physical cost. Like it's only like hours of people doing it. So you can make people happy by giving them free, really good assets. If they do something, I mean, that's really good. And same with like all the supporter packs. You get all the assets, but then you also get points for whatever else you want to buy for, like, I don't know, the stash tabs and whatnot, which is also, I think, a very, very smart way to approach it. Alice is still being forced to run awful layouts constantly. They did mention about it that they, like in the Q&A, they said that basically they're constantly reviewing the layouts and trying to like do something with them. The only thing is that, I mean, there is always a line that like nobody wants to cross, that like every single map is just going to be an open circle and you just run and do it. So there will be some friction, some difference and all of that. So I think they just need to look at the outliers and see which maps are like really, really bad. Exactly. That's I think that's the main point. So I don't know how it is currently, because again, like I haven't played for a while PoE2, and did they improve those or not much? Now also like all the league stuff will be, it's like way sooner available. It's only like, they said it's more or less like 5 or 4 maps away from the center to begin either of the things, except the expedition one, because that one is a bit further to the south, but they might in later patches they might bring it closer, because if it goes core, then it will be a little bit different story. It sucks when it's bad for your playstyle, but it's better than making hurry maps only for 90% of people to just run dunes and dunes and dunes and something spicing it up with us. Yeah, that's a very fair point. And like, I know that probably like Straight would not agree to this, or maybe some other people, I don't know, but I do find it also like I don't want only one type of map, like, and I would really hate it if they, for 1.0 or whenever soon, they say like, you know it, fuck it, we now like make you know, all the nodes are whatever, and just depending which tablet you put in, or Waystone for the matter, you run that map. Like, I would really hate it, because like then it's going to be like, as you said, it's going to be one stupid map that, you know, community hyper optimized and found that it's the most optimal, and it's gonna be only that thing. And I don't think it's a good gameplay, and especially like in, you know, for all the good things in PvE1, but like the just putting one thing in a map device and running the same map over and over is like one of the reasons why I like Delph, that I do get tired of running one map. That's why I also, throughout all the PvE1 leagues, switched at least like 6 or 7 maps that I ran, because like it just makes me go crazy. Just run cow maps and sewers all day in PD2? Yeah, for example. I mean, maybe like in a game like Diablo, it's not maybe such a big problem, sort of. There is less optimization or something, but I don't know. But yeah, it would be nice if they can make them different, remove annoying things. Like, there are annoying things, unfortunately. Like, you cannot get out of it. I remember one thing that I didn't like is that there were a lot of objects on the map that you cannot run through. Like, they are like very blended with background. So you really need to look at very often you need to look at the map and see that actually on the map there is a little like circle that is not possible. And like getting stuck in those things, that was like the most annoying thing, you know, in some kind of vegetations or I don't know, crumbles of the stone column or something like this. So they kind of reduce, and I think they were mentioning that they were reducing those things, but if they reduce it even more, all those indents and whatnot, then many maps would be way better playable than they are. Oops. Wait, quest log? What? What quest did I do? Did I kill some kind of super unique? No, it was Countess. Ah, it was Countess, yeah, I guess. Cannot complete it in this game, yep. The Countess spawned and probably considered that I tried to kill the Countess. But yeah, overall, like, for now I'm thinking that... ooh, Crusader Gauntlets, nice. That's a cultist. Wait, they also give 20 FCR now? What? Why did they nerf them? Reduced curse duration, jeez. Oh. So yeah, my current thinking is to try going SSF again. I remember that it wasn't as pleasant in the first, like at the launch. I went SSF. That's not bad. I went SSF on a Lightning Arrow, Deadeye, whatever. And it wasn't as pleasant, but again, the 0.1 had no loot. So I feel like that's a bigger problem there. Ooh, nice. 40 ED. You're going SSF? Yeah, because then again, like these situations when you can buy for 10 exalts a better thing that you can make by playing game for, I don't know, like 10 hours, it just devalues so much that not very fun. I don't know. It's like the progress and gameplay is no longer a thing that you are there for. You are there for making currency and then making the most optimized power build so that you can blast for 1 week before it gets boring. So I don't know. I'm saying it now, of course, until, you know, but let's see how it goes when I play. Like, I'm totally fine to have like a slower start and everything. It also removes a bit of the, you know, this pressure of like running towards being the first, and which I never am. Like, I'm usually, even if I can do things fast, I'm still like super slow. I think even like in PD2, like no matter how I go, if you compare me to Spunksy or something like that, or the other dudes, like they're always miles ahead of me. Like on a day one, they have stuff that I have in 1 week. Even if I like have a bit of the privilege to play a bit more. So I don't know. Which is why it also keeps me a little bit insane. That I don't need to interface with all of that and compare to others, because I know that's my pace and this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm getting, and you know, small steady progress here and there. When I'm gonna do final achievements in Expedition, who knows. Remember, you do this for freedom. That's a good reminder. Thank you for keeping me in check, Ollie. I appreciate it. Just came back from McDonald's. Ooh. What did you have? Did you go with a little one as well? Or is just pure adult indulgency? Yes, for the little one. Nice. $666 gold. That is the sign. You went to a steakhouse and got a nice piece of meat. What? Hey Bauhit, hello, good evening. How is life? Of course, I got frozen for a second. Free to summoning skills for Necro and replenish life on Ethereal Coronet. Golem Lords. Poop his pants. There was Big Mac and Mac Chicken Classic. Ooh, nice. A burger with bread. Steakhouse. Man, living the life. Going to steakhouses, holy. What did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I wanted to say like yesterday, because I was planning to stream, but yesterday my day went like upside down. First of all, there was a work call at like 9:30. And because of PoE2 announcement, I was all too excited to fall asleep, so it took me quite a while. And I fell asleep at like, I don't know, 2 AM, maybe even past 2. Ooh, wait, what? Where? Whew, unique amulet. Where did it drop? What the fuck? Huh? Holy shit, couldn't find it. Guys, unique amulet. Out of the good ones I found High Lords. Nothing else yet. There's the chance. Come on, Mara? Yeah, that would be good actually. Free skill Mara would be nice. Had a steak in my own house the other day, so technically it was a steakhouse then. That's good, that's good. Wait a minute, I had a steak too, yesterday for lunch. Wait, was it a steak day yesterday or something? Oh my god. You see? Like, my day yesterday was so, like, strange that I don't even remember what I had for lunch. Bah. So there was this, you know, there was this work call at 9:30. So that I had to wake up earlier than usually, right? I came to the call, and the call was done in 3 minutes because the dude just said no. It's like, literally, the dude said like, no, I do not agree. I think this guy has too much FOMO and we should not change the process because of that. That was it. We all laughed and we said have a good morning and then bye. You know? But I slept like, I think like around 6 hours. So I was already like, you know, crazy. And it only amplified. And when I ate this, when I had this, what's his name? Steak. I was barely holding up. So at 5:30ish or something, I was like, man, a little nap would be good. And then, bam! I wake up like 7:30. I slept like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I was completely like, my eyes were like on my, you know, back of the head. I was trying to understand what's going on. It was so bad. Beef is so expensive in Canada these days. Oof, really? What's the price of beef in Canada for like a kilo? I don't know, like a kilo or a normal pack. There is a lot of different kinds of beef, I guess. Like steak from the back or from the loin. I don't know. I mean, in Germany, to be fair, it's also not cheap. So like a good rump steak or whatever it's called, I think like for a kilo is like 35 euros or so. On first I had a call with the National Auditing Department and it was not what I signed on for. So you are enjoying your new responsibilities, right? If what they are giving you all those benefits for free, right? Oh man. Alright guys, a leap of faith. We have 3 to summoning skills for Necromancer. We need +1 skill here. It is +1, but for druids. Oh man. Alright, and the amulet is Knockazan, another Knockazan with only 4 to maximum fire res. Bruh. What was the... Oh, it's a cow level. Shall we go to the cow level? Let's do a cow level actually. I think that's cow level is good on this build. I'm gonna moan. Oop. The guy who normally does it on Patronus Leave, and I'm the only one who knows the work, so it fell to me. Will count towards your bonus next year? Damn. That's good though. That's good though then. Still waiting for my new contract. Otherwise, PD2 streamer full time since July. This is the plan, boys. Hello, this is KD and I'm gonna tell you how to progress the Atlas in Path of Exile 2. First, you play through the campaign, make sure you do XYZ. There we go. Better brush up on your editing skills. Yep, they've been rusty. No, I'm not even killing cows. Oh my god. Also some nice AI thumb. Seriously, guys? This is how you treat me? AI thumbnails is one thing that makes me vomit, so never. Like the best thing I could compromise to is to do like some face swaps. You know, like have my face swapped to a Golgothan monster or something like this. That's okay. That I would agree to. If it fits nicely, but those purely AI generated, no, this is shit. No artistry at all. Should buy a GoPro and stream your 75-kilometer walk. You know, diversify your content in case it becomes your new full-time. Yeah, exactly. Oli was actually saying that should try do IRL streams from those walks. Wait, the cow level was nerfed. Didn't it? When all the other were buffed, the cow level was nerfed. I think it is. Like, it doesn't have any density increase, and I think they nerfed the amount of shards and whatnot dropping, so I guess we need to wait for Arcane Sanctuary and Tombs. In Tombs it was crazy. I found like, I don't know, 10 plus shards and like 5 maps at least. At least not all of them were this June. But for the 75k walk, I need to buy the, what's it called, like a special underwear with that is like not cotton but the ones that glides, doesn't make blisters and whatnot. 15 shards and P-box doing one set of tombs today. Yeah, it's crazy good. I hope they keep it, honestly. I think they could even crank up on many other areas a little bit. It kind of feels like mapping light, sort of. It's a bit more complicated because typically early in the game it's harder to like manage the immunities, and many areas have like a lot of types of immunities. But as a middle step, I actually didn't know how good it is. So if many areas could be as good as Town Russia, then man, maybe reduce the drops but of Warstone shards, but keep the density. How's the SSF going, mate? Good. It's a bit slower, but I think also because of you know, the build I chose, like Fire Golem, Golems in general. I don't want to play Skellies. I think if I just, you know, 1-for-1 switch to Skellies, I would do like double the damage probably, but I just don't want to play Skellies. I played them in the past and like not interested. I want to see how this thing could ramp up. I don't know if you've seen, but we did basically find the torch. We did the Ubers. It was 9th torch, so first 8 were not necro, and then I also did 2 declones on Thursday, and I got 2 really good Annies. Like one was 57 20 25 and this one is 52 17 18 9, so which is, you know, pretty awesome. Next I need to basically get some more runes, some more gear. I'm kind of in a very stupid situation where I don't have enough runes for a single, for any rune word basically. I have 1 burr, Mal and East, so I don't have a second burr. I have Vex, Law, but I don't have second Vex and Ja to make the Phoenix. I have Cham, but I don't have Om to make the minion. So like, I'm bottlenecked everywhere with like just some runes. So yeah, that's why, yeah, still need to farm, still need to find shit and get things going. And also like every small thing like gems and whatnot are going for reroll. Yeah, I almost have any like every rune word indeed that I need, so it's kind of crazy. And every gem I'm gonna use for large charm rerolls. I realized like it's a really good, like all of these except maybe one or two I rerolled with gems, and they added I think like 50 to 60% damage so far already increase overall on a fire golem. So yeah, it's a kind of the most steady way to progress the damage for now. Okay guys, 3 Warstone shards in the entire cow run. I'm not sure about it. Like skellies thematically, but needed corpses is annoying even with desecrate or whatever it's called. Huh. Wait, but you only need it once, right? Like you don't... I mean, they also persist through the game, so... you don't need to worry about it that much. Yeah, let's do another one since we're here, I guess. More like for the map drops. They also have increased map drops, which is useful. You regret going trade? I got 70 plus high runes and no will to play anymore because I can't go any better on my character. SF is the way to go. Argolem is nice, need good swap gear possible to get on SF. Yeah, that was one of the reasons. I was considering either something where crafted weapon could pave the way, so like Amazon multi-shot for example, or barb, but I didn't want to play barb. Played barb not so long ago. So I was thinking that yeah, like crafting weapons, you know, all you need is persistence basically. Like eventually you will hit something, maybe not like a mirror tier, you know, but something decent. And that would work. And the other thing was, the other option was this one as well, because indeed you can pretty much buy from the merchants any of that. Oh, they die. Got Vex, wow. You have your lucky streak today, huh? So I didn't do a lot of shopping lately, just for the lack of time, but I should get to it again at some point, because it is like indeed an easy way as well to increase. I currently have the free to summoning 19 fire skills, and here only free to summoning. Didn't find, like, I'm surprised that I haven't found a better head yet. Not even 4 to fire golem. And I crafted around 50 necro heads. Also, none of them rolled even 4 to fire golem. But then it's also really important, I think, to keep the summoning skills, so that, you know, golem mastery also works. So yeah, but at least for the wand, I should keep... Oh, Talisman of Transgression. Should keep rolling the shops. The moment, once I have a moment, you know, like chilling, watching something. Demon Machine, Amazon Strafe is very nice. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a bit stronger, I think, than even multi-shot, unless you get like super good. I did have a Demon Machine, but I'm not gonna make a second character, so I'm gonna just stick to one. I mean, it's already, you know, it's taking longer time to get this one going, especially like with the amount of time I have to play. Not always. So I did have one Demon Machine. We corrupted it today. What did we get? I think we get like extra attack rating, so not good. But then like I found Wind Force, and we corrupted Wind Force with enhanced damage and Wait, what was it else? Anyways, the point is the Wind Force had like 400 ED, so it would have been a good start as well for Amazon. AR, yeah, I think AR indeed. So it would have been really good as well to start Amazon, but I know that I'll just, if I pick up another character, I will just half-ass both of them, so I'd rather focus here. And I already like sank a lot of efforts into this one, so I want to keep going. I think this can depend on what you dropped. Ooh, unique amulet. Hello. Yeah, that's like what you're saying is pretty much how you play offline, right? Like with Pluggy or I don't know, like in D2R or back then vanilla D2. Like that's how you would play it. You begin with something that is a bit more reliable, a little bit more easygoing, and can actually do things, more universal, and then whatever you find, you can switch, which is also I like. Also, one thing that I found that I really enjoyed with this SSF, like, besides again, like, you know, weak build and not like getting trillions of damage, and like even my kills count, wait, is like only 150,000 because like so much slower. One thing that I enjoyed is that I'm focusing way more on like what I need. So like I knew that I would need to do declone and Ubers, so I kept like some max fire res stuff like Nokazan, for example, water walks, and the dwarf star. So things like this. Then I also know that I will need to gamble like 1 trillion of amulets so I can get my +1 all skill free summoning. And that's why I also kept a lot of gold fine gear so that I could make it quicker and things like that, you know. And just you start looking at a little bit different angle at the game, and again, like I like it. Z2 is also a game where I was like, okay, I know it well enough to kind of enjoy this approach. It's like, for example, I'm thinking that like in PoE1, I'll probably be too lost to do something like this. So, but in Z2, I think it's a little bit easier. In PoE2, though, I think I also should be able to do for the most part, especially if I spend more time on it, which is why I'm kind of excited as well. Where was the amulet? Oh, it was Seros Hymn again, and 2-1 again. Alright. Going into the free bucket, I guess. Another Taurasha, another gold find amulet. I'll pretty much have a full inventory of them actually. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, almost. Almost. The journey is fun. On trade you just buy it, not as fun. Yeah, I mean you also find stuff even if you play trade. It's, you know, it's also possible. And like eventually you also need something, so you start buying a lot of unique bases and things, and like slamming them yourself. That's also part of the fun, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it was okay, last season I kind of slacked, but the season before when I went summon druid, I was like, alright, there were so many like different approaches to summon druid, I want to try them all and I want to see for myself like what's better. And I ended up like trying very different setups with like all the possible combinations pretty much. And of course with trade it was possible for me to do. So that was also a lot of fun, like building full potential from the character. And I spent like many high runes for sure. It's just like from time to time you want one thing, then another. PD1 is your main game. Playing the SSF, reached Mage Blood, reached level 98 and cleared all content, even Uber bosses. Took 3 weeks. Huh. Surprised you didn't get level 100 though. But I guess like depends what you're doing, right? Maybe. Or if you're dying a lot. How did you get Mage Blood, by the way? Did you farm Apothecary or something? Or it was just a lucky drop somewhere? I mean, this last league I played really a lot of PvE1 for... I don't want to say like for the first time, but... Let's say, I think now I have 700 something hours on the mark, I think. And I played at least 400 hours this league, that is the Mirage League. So I kind of learned a lot of things and did a lot of stuff. Still wanna like go back and do all the Ubers as well. I have all the fragments and whatnot. Still wanna push Delve. Because initially I just wanted to play Delve, but then... And then here we go, you know. 17 free characters, that's a lack of... Ah, I see. Farm by interacting with that field in June mechanic in a specialized board. Ah, wait. Interacting with it that fled in June. Wait, in a betrayal, you mean? Huh? Can you explain how? Like, where do you... I didn't know there is a possibility to get... Or is it like there is like a bench that allows you to re-roll with ancient orbs or something? I tried that too. I lost. I was very salty. I also tried to volatile the only Mage Blood that I found myself, which was from Valdo. In Betrayal he has a chance to drop a div card for Foulborn. Ah. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, this time I didn't play Betrayal at all, because that was like my one of the main activities last time I played PvE, so I was like, alright, I don't want to do it again. I want to learn all the other stuff. And do the service for all the Delve haters to actually bring fossils to the surface. So that was as well a thing. But yeah, I didn't know. It was funny, like I found Valdo's puzzle boxes, of course, like over time, and the first one, it was not the first one, I think, technically, because at first I had a few opened, and then after that, when I had like 15 of them, I started opening them. The first one had foiled Mage Blood, and it was actually not a dead-end map, it was actually reasonable. I ran it, I got the foiled Mage Blood, and then I got the one that I bought, and I volatiled it, and I poofed. I even have a clip. It's very sad. And Foulborn, Mage Blood, it only changes it at the right, leftmost, or it changes the direction, right? But it doesn't change anything else, I think. Haven't dashed it in 5 years, surely next time. Foil Mage Blood from a very easy Valdo map, played it. 5 days and a SSF switch, I see, yeah. I had crazy luck. I dropped Headhunter from a map boss in like tier 11 map or tier 12 map, pretty much on a second day. Yeah, it's just a GG meme. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do anything. So I was very blessed with like very early Headhunter, which allowed me also like to do a lot of content and just, you know, to zoom a lot of things. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But then I was thinking, okay, Headhunter. Now, like in hindsight, Mage Blight is really good, but Headhunter probably would still be a bit better for just like very speed maps. Mage Blight is definitely better for like Delve, for example. It just creates like you are super strong and super tanky and like huge recovery and everything. But then for like regular maps, I think I had a bit of an overkill of all the survivability that I had, because I was building a character to do Delve, so it has like 75 block, spell block, 85 plus all max resistance, even up to 90. I think something around like 5k life regen, 6k life on a low life that is unreserved. Like, yeah, it was very, very strong. Huge life leech. 100 wins at pushing difficulty is for speed. That's in your opinion. Really? Huh, interesting. The problem is that in Delve, Headhunter like loses a lot because you can't keep it up consistently, and in between the arenas, like if you don't have 100 million DPS or whatever, like some Delve builds do, it's really hard to actually kill them on the way while they are not in darkness. So that makes it a bit challenging to use Headhunter there. And once if you get a Shroud Walk, or whatever it's called, Shroud Walking, I think, if you get that shit, it's almost impossible to do Delve. You just start like teleporting backwards, and then all the side passages, it just becomes a nightmare, you know. Short burst of mobs and lose buffs each time now. Now if you push maximum Scarab Breach, it's different. Oh yeah, okay, I see your point. Yeah, I didn't play much Breach, to be fair, this time, because I didn't have such like giant AoE. I enjoyed the build a lot. The only like downside of it was that it didn't have that much AoE. Like I played the Tornado of Turbulence, Inquisitor. Wait, did I play Inquisitor? Yeah, Inquisitor, I think. Tornado of Turbulence. And even like when I added also Herald of Ash and tried to make like as much explosions and Oriath Flask, still like dealing with density was a bit difficult. Very high density. But if you get like 1 or 2 shrines, that was usually not a problem anymore. So that's why I was kind of musing if there is a possibility for me to somehow get the shrine belt that could enable like bigger explosions and whatnot, but then I don't know, it's probably is going to destroy the rest of the build. But yeah, the whole point, what I was saying, that SSF in PoE 1 for me would be like way more complicated because of lack of knowledge of a lot of things, how to actually make things happen on SSF, you know. Like in PoE 2 at least I do have, I think, a more or less solid understanding where everything is obtainable and where everything is coming from and how to more or less craft the gear. In PoE 1 there are just so many nuances and so many things that if you don't know, like, I don't know, as you said, like Eat That Fled, the optimal or like some kind of strategy to get certain item, then how do you even go about it? Plus I also don't know the builds that well. Oh damn, we got 2 worms, alright. Infestation here. Gladiator Flicker Strike with Azadi Shield. What? No idea what's that. I mean, I know Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike is something that people get treatment in their 50s in the asylum after playing it, but you know, best of luck, but I would be careful there. AFK in Simulacrum, wave 15 will die, 90% chance to block and spell block more or less. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's repies. I don't know. I kid you not. And like, I now understand that. And even like tornadoes are not really obscuring a lot. But maybe it's just I was a bit obsessed with PvE in the first like 2 weeks or so. Like every single moment would be I would just play PvE, like I stopped doing anything else. And I felt that my eyes are like coming out of sockets, you know? And I was like, alright, I need a break. I need to go and touch grass. Go outside so there is something further away than my monitor to see and to actually like relax a little bit. So I spent a few days like not touching anything. That was very helpful. So I can't imagine playing something even more like crazy than visually than you know, some of those things. Plus also PvE is super fast. Like you get rewired for like a super fast gameplay and like running around like crazy. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Again, still want to finish the challenges and try all the Uber bosses, the proper ones. And what's the other one? I am to push Delve. Delve is super chill. Like if your build can do it, Delve is just go and chill. Even like despite, you know, going into the darkness, like sometimes there are fucked up biomes looking at you, petrified forest that is like complete fuckery and it's just a maze and like avoid it at all costs. Don't go there, or like don't do darkness farming there because it's just impossible. You end up like going into the beginning of the next node already because it's just that awful. But for the rest, it's very chill. Just corridors with some side passages and you run in, break the wall, pick up the stuff and then fight mobs at the end. I don't know, very chill. Plus a little bit darker everything, so not so much strain on the eyes. Like it. Occasional bosses as well with Otemba. Very flavorful as well. Peak difficulty for the eyes, unless you play minions in PvE2 and go for Valgars, 200 explosions, screen wide, and all the time everything is red. Yeah, no. It's too much. Wait, what was it? Nah. Man, I'm gonna run out of maps. I feel like I didn't drop a lot of maps actually today. And I almost finished all the prepared maps. But yeah, let's see how PD2 goes with SSF. Again, like if I feel like I'm totally underwhelming in terms of progress and everything, then I'll say F it. Let's just switch to standard. Not standard, but normal. But if it goes fine, then it's gonna be a good journey. I think it should be fine. They did say though that they're gonna nerf the a little bit the drop rate of perfect augmentation transmutation, which is again a bit funny because, like, I don't know, maybe I found 4 each the other season, the other league. Like, I understand like all the blasters probably find a lot, but you know. Now then, before Simi, you can understand all the new crafting systems. You also go SSF. Yeah, I think it should be a little bit better. First of all, like they improved just generally the quantity of drops. Like I played 0.1 and then I played 0.3 and it was already so much better. Like you would get way more exalts, way more other things, like way more pleasant. Like you have possibility to, like, every day you could try like slamming some stuff and making some stuff and whatnot. So that was definitely better. All the new crafting stuff, there is a huge amount of runes that they're adding. Again, like from what they said, there is a lot of options and it seems like a lot of fun. Quite interesting. They also said that they're gonna improve armor and evasion nodes on passive for this league, and also improve the defense runes like for the campaign and early game, because they are like very lackluster and don't really give a lot. So which is also finally something good. But then yeah, I mean, Breach 3 should be not a big deal. You just need to know what you want, which could be a little bit difficult if you haven't played for a while. Or like, I'm sort of gonna try to make my own build in a way. Again, I feel like it's a little bit easier to do in PoE2 than in PoE1 at this stage at least. So it should be fine. I'll just wing it basically. If I stick to, I don't know, tier 10 maps for some time, not a big deal. Fine, will be more interesting. Anyways. Haven't played PoE2 since release? Really, Ollie? Huh. I thought you played some other league, or was it only Yellow Dot who did? I mean, it definitely improved a lot since the release, like for sure. In currency, in drops, in friction, in overall. That's for sure. Oh yeah, the one that can take the unique modifier. Yeah, I heard about it too. It was really fun. What are you doing? Yeah. But you know, like at the same time, they like I don't know if you've heard that stuff about the piece of stone, the ascendancy node for the martial artist. They literally like manually looked at all the affixes on items plus at all the unique gloves, and they made the counterpart for the Feast of Stone for all of them. So that's crazy. There are so many probably like interesting options and combinations. Good culling gloves. Surely they'll have an insane Feast of Stone version, right? Probably. They also tease that Mage Blood will be quite interesting. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint us, so still yet to find it. Now they have to forever consider many things for any new unique laws they add. Yeah, exactly. That's like crazy community. They said the same for the taming the beasts, because they explained it that in reality this ascendancy node for that thing is actually a that's better. It's actually, I mean, yeah, they look like and act like the bosses, but they are fully redone on the backside. Like it's rebalanced, reworked, every boss and every beast that can be done. I don't know if they, I don't think they did it like for every beast. You mean like, I mean like rare stuff, but for the bosses they did also. So it's also something that they would need to consider now every time they add new bosses, if it can be tamed or not. So yeah, just a huge ton of things that that is becoming a system that needs to be maintained every time something changes in the game, which is again like as you said, like a huge commitment really. Why it took 6 months? Yeah. That's true. I mean, what people should be asking, really, is why it took 18 months for Blizzard to make war plans and for GGG to rework 4 endgame systems in 6 months or so. Like, I think people should be asking this. Like, on a meta level. Like, obviously, you know, you don't care about, I don't know, Blizzard and Diablo 4 or whatever, but just to have a bit of appreciation, I guess. Like, where the money going, where creativity is going, and all of that stuff. Again, like, I think it's also, sometimes it's important just to appreciate what we get and not to be upset about what we didn't get, kind of. They know the answer. Yeah. Think the critical difference is Chris Wilson? Huh? You mean the one that is in the Diablo team? I loved when he said that it seems to be a meta in ARPG development to have a Chris Wilson in one of his YouTube videos. It was quite funny. Yeah, exactly. Just the meta for now until they patch it. Blade bow? Why does it highlight it in any way? Oh, it's a crackle shot. Oh, 3 Valkyrie, 3 critical strike, lightning damage. That's cool. We found the crackle shot. Maybe I can shoot. Wait, can I equip it? No. Could have shoot it once, just for fun. A really good understanding of what makes the RPGs good, to be honest. Like, I feel he still does a lot of work within the scene. I think at the moment, well, not at least not in the forefront of any company or anything. Maybe he's still like somewhere, I don't know, doing some kind of advisory or whatever. Definitely not to like Path of Exile, but maybe just, I don't know, contributing to overall something. But then, like, at the same time, there are a lot of things that, from what I understood, that there are a lot of things in like modern day PoE1 and PoE2 that Chris Wilson would never agree to do, kind of. So, but definitely I'm pretty sure he did like a massive legwork to really analyze the question, like, what makes RPGs good, what are the good loops of engaging gameplay, and which problems are good to solve, and which is interesting for players and whatnot. Whatever game Chris Wilson is developing with his company called Light Pattern, I think. Oh, did he really already establish a company? I didn't know. I thought that he's still like a bit more chilling. He said that he wants to like kind of go back to the time where he was just you know, developing game and making a system and whatnot, and not like manage a corporation, or not corporation I guess, but a company with all the ins and outs and investors and like publishing and stuff, but more like have a joy of like garage development kind of. So if he's already onto something, I mean, that's awesome. Like, indeed, that would be really cool. You'll go lurking. All right, Holly, enjoy. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Requirements to be art director is good knowledge about what makes D4 and D2 D2 good. Yeah, I would imagine that he wants to do things himself, indeed. Reminds me a little bit of what lurks below. I think it was David Breivik, right? Who made the game. It's like a light version of Terraria and mixed with kind of G2, maybe Starbound, something like this. Yeah, I played it too. It's actually funny. I guess like it was probably the first time a streamer sold me a game kind of situation. I remember Mr. Llama played it. And then like, I don't want to say anything, but like, as always, Mr. Llama plays a new game and it's cool and everybody likes it, but he plays it only for like one day, one stream, and never comes back. Like Titan Quest, Dungeon Siege, you know, all those games like that everybody enjoyed, but he didn't even finish them because like he's too much into D2, you know. But anyways, but then yeah, like he played It Lurks Below, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. So I actually bought it and played myself. Didn't finish it like the full game, but I think I played like 20 hours or something until like it got too repetitive for me, for my taste. You did the same as Lamden? I am not a streamer at that point. I was not a streamer, so it's a different thing, right? And don't you dare tell me anything about Dungeon Keeper, okay? Moonbeast game that's developed by Schaefer Brothers, and those guys has very good potential. Need to keep an eye on it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot what it's called actually. But yeah, it's like in a very early prototype kind of stage. Indeed, indeed. To be honest, I really had like I was like sticking to an idea, which like would be interesting to unique map would be interesting to examine. Dungeon Keeper was funny because it brought a bunch of people who only wanted to see Dungeon Keeper to chat. Yeah. Which is like very similar to many other situations, to many other games as well. Besides like the core people that are hanging out here more or less often or all the time. I had a lot of fun with Dungeon Keeper. There will be time. I'll probably finish it. Still remember how I picked up all my monsters for an attack and started dropping them on the enemy territory, only to realize that I've been dropping them to the portal and they all disappeared. That was fantastic. It's like, you know, beat your own subordinates so that the enemy's ones are afraid, kind of situation. Dark Heaven, yeah, Dark Heaven. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I was thinking about, and I don't really know, like it's probably not a mass market thing for sure. Again, like RPGs are like moving like in a different directions a little bit nowadays, but also still like it has this zoom core gameplay progression and whatnot. And like it always felt to me that it went completely away from like lore, story, narrative exploration side of things, which I don't think it's like a good thing, because then like RPGs in many ways become like a complex cookie clicker. So I was wondering if you could not merge but like marry a some sort of simulation, say Dwarf Fortress, where like it simulates 1 gigabyte of history, and the history, the lore, all the factions and what happened, and the geography and whatnot, somehow with like RPG or ARPG more like one player experience focused, and where like things could progress and change. The only problem is like that in a game like Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, like the time goes fast, so things could actually actively be simulated and changed, while when you are playing, let's say, ARPG or an RPG as a player, you would need some kind of time skips to actually introduce something like this. On the other hand, I thought like pretty much every playthrough would be slightly or not slightly different world, different factions that kind of emerged, and different lore that you can find, like similar, you know, a bit similar to like Dark Souls in a way, whereas like you discover, I don't know, a unique sword that is like belonging to, I don't know, some faction 1,000 years ago that actually simulated, and it is connected to some character traits of that hero that was in the battle, and this is a sword, and like it has this and this stats and whatnot, and you know, like something like this. But I have no idea how the gameplay could work there for a typical kind of action RPG or something like that. Wait a second. Right. I just sorry, I just really don't like when like some neighbors sometimes smoke and the smoke goes into my windows, and I'm too sensitive to it. I don't like it. Streamer sometimes archipelago with friends, and she was playing a randomized Donkey Kong 64, playing it for the first time, and some guy dropped like 1,000 gift subs and was saying thanks for keeping DK64 alive. Some people just really love one game. Yeah. This is, I mean, this is normal, and this is also like there is nothing bad in it for sure. And especially like the, you know, the older games with fame and like history, of course, it's totally fine. I mean, it's like same with Diablo 2, right? Dark Souls and Path of Exile tell lore for items a lot of the time. If you're careful and read lore on unique items, you will notice. Yeah, I wonder though how really coherent that in Path of Exile, like, because like in Dark Souls, like that is an instrument for the narrative that was like thought through carefully, you know, from the beginning. I wonder like how much of attention it gets, like in PvE, for example. I don't know though. Like I try to do a lore playthrough in PvE, but then in a good fashion of ARPGs, like when you have like 6 NPCs and you need to listen a dialogue, and then if you skipped one event and then you need to listen to like 12 dialogues in succession, that's just it's a bit difficult to do, let's be honest. Pretty coherent, they are consistent, pretty good attention. For example, Tabula Rasa is the only unique that has no lore text, and that's a blink statement. Yeah, well, okay, that's a good point. I guess I need to watch those videos from, what is it called, Kitten Cat Noodles channel, something like this. Apparently I heard that that person works in GGG now. To learn the lore. Wait, oh no. She went from guessing the lore to writing it. Good for her, well deserved. Nice, yeah, that's cool. It's kind of nice, but there are at least a few people, right? What was the other guy? He was actually on the interview for PE1 League, the developer. He was also a streamer before. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of others as well with the same story.
Hello,
Octavian, yeah. Exactly. What did I find? Outer Void. Uber material, huh? Okay. My second unique map. Oh. Delve. Lights out. Very quiet. As was Mark, just a player before he was a dev. Really? Mark Roberts? No way. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know that. Oh god. Wait, we only live for 3 hours? He was one PvE fanboy before joining GG. Nice. Yeah, the Delph soundtrack is pretty cool actually. There are, I think, only like 3 songs, but it's very, very good. I mean, the Camille, the composer, is doing a lot of cool stuff for sure. Captures a lot of understands really well the how do you even say, like, I guess atmosphere of what it should convey. He needs a Grammy or an Oscar. Yeah. No. It's kind of interesting that I feel like some genres of games are very unrepresented musically on like those shows and stuff, surprisingly. But yeah, I wish he had more access to live instruments. I don't know if he has now a bit more to be able to actually use, like, I don't know, live bands or live orchestra. It's way more expensive, but I think it would give him way more depth and breadth of to the soundtracks. But I'm so like uneducated to really tell if something is MIDI and something is really a you know, I feel like I would hear the orchestra probably, but I'm not sure if I would hear the MIDI. Equally as talented, the guy from Hades, Darren Korb, yeah, and also Mick Gordon from Doom, yeah. No, but at least, like, yeah, Darren Korb, he's very, like, he made a name for sure, and he's very appreciated, very known now, like, together with Austin Wintory. I'm not sure if it's Austin Wintory also who actually, like, dragged him, because that guy is also, like, so, I mean, he's so good, but also he really tries, I think, to bring to light a lot of composers and a lot of things. They even had like a show with what happened? I don't remember any name today, dude. The Joel actor, Troy Baker, yeah. They had like a podcast and a show with Troy Baker where they would talk to composers, like or discuss certain soundtracks and stuff, which was very cool. So there were some, again, like backstage videos from Abbey Road with for Hades 2, Olympus Aflame, which is also super dope soundtrack. But still, it's crazy how like the whole YouTube was like full of people that are not touched or like not wait, how you call it, like not having any tangents with gaming world, video game world, and they were all like blown away by the Clair Obscur soundtrack and like, this is the game music, what? I mean, they were also like riding a hype wave for sure. I don't think any of them would actually go and listen another soundtrack, but it was at least funny. You buy a soundtrack and you get a free game. Yeah, exactly. There are many good examples of soundtracks that are like this and like super, like extremely well done and very good. Absolutely. It's like I remember at some point I was also like I saw a guy who I didn't see for a very long time, I guess, and he's a bit of a musician or like DJ or something like that, and like when I told him that okay, like I do listen lately like mostly to soundtracks, like partially because of streaming, partially because, you know, I just like that music more, like orchestral, classically composed, but I don't necessarily like a lot of like OG classics, like I don't know, Bach, Mozart, not all of it for sure. It's very selective. And he was also like, wait, what? Like, I thought you were at least like listening to Hans Zimmer or something. I was like, yeah, but you know, Hans Zimmer is good, but there are like 50 Hans Zimmers in the modern day composing for video games that are not worse. It's just people don't know about them, and that's it. Same as like, you know, people nerd out about some kind of techno artist that is like nobody knows, but he's actually really good. Here, same story. It's just, it's not the alley that you walked and you have no idea, but yet people are way faster to judge like video game music than anything else, surprisingly. It's really good, even if I do make fun of it a lot, but it's a drop in the ocean of quality when it comes to game soundtracks. Hopefully award shows will start to recognize it. Yeah, no, that's you're right. It's just, I mean, if we look at a lot of other, let's say, areas that are, I'm not even sure like if to call it pop culture or not, because I'm not sure if it's really pop culture, but if you look at any like niche that is a little bit outside of your typical, and it's also like a bit hard to say because okay, what's typical for, you know, European person and like a typical Western person would be probably different to a person from Latin America or Asia or Japan. So like in Japan everybody grows up on anime and you don't need to explain them what manga anime is, but here a lot of people, even like myself, only get to know and watch like the first let's say conventional anime like from Hayao Miyazaki or something, Studio Ghibli, and they're like mid-30s, and all the others are like, meh, I'm not gonna watch it because it's called anime, you know. So it's just I feel like wherever you go you will find a lot of those inconsistencies, and I wonder if like if to penetrate that thing means for the thing itself to transform into that kind of typical pop thing, which would probably defy the purpose a little bit, right? But it's just random thoughts, I guess. Although there are probably some like more direct connections, like when people do really enjoy like classical music, but then they are like, oh, video game music, Mario 64, haha, you know, even though like it's one-to-one basically. It's a modern classical composition, so maybe there are cases like this where it's just a matter of actually making people understand and experience rather than transforming the thing itself. Declone down? Nice! You did it! Well done! How's the Ani roll? Did you do it also Black Golems, or what'd you go with? How many people miss out on a great story like Attack on Titan because it's cartoon? So many said yes. So that was basically my conversion point. But I always, you know, like I had a predisposition, let's say. I was always curious about anime and whatnot because like I read about it and I've seen some of the like full meter movies, animated movies, and I really enjoy them, and I also don't say that like, you know, I think I'm a bit more open in terms of like trying out different genres and different things. And when I watched it, I was like, wow. Especially for some particular bits, which is a bit hard to explain and I don't really want to, but it resonated a lot in many ways. And I tried to like convince so many people to give it a try. Not a single person even did give a try. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, it's crazy. Roll meat, but mission for season complete? Wait, what? Are you gonna stop now? What about Rathma? Bow hit. Rathma awaits. I signed up for Rathma. I think you should too. You need to corrupt your Ani after all. Come on. Suppose Journey did win a BAFTA for the Ost back in 2013, well deserved too. Just hearing the leitmotif raises a lump in my throat even now. Don't spoil it, okay? Looks up what Rathma is? Yeah. Yes, it won Grammy as well. The Journey. I think it won Grammy as well. He definitely won Grammy, Austin Wintory, for one of the games. I don't remember, but I think it was Journey as well. But that's the thing, like, I'm pretty sure that most likely, like, definitely, you know, those people know Austin Wintory, but they don't know anybody else. It's good to have those categories included, though. There was, I don't remember, I forgot now what website. I wanted to check it out actually, but there was like a special website, an organization that is actually specifically dedicated to like very in-depth award system for anything related to sound and music in games, and like even to like dialogue, mastering, and like special effects and environmental effects. It was really cool to see that it's like, you know, when nerds go deep into the thing and they make a lot of categories, and actually you see a lot of different names and a lot of different games and whatnot there. What's very, very interesting. Try and convince people to give something a chance, you know, 100% they will like it if they did, but they just never do. Yeah. Which is why I also had like, I don't want to say like annoyance in a way, I guess. Is that like a lot of time, even your best friends would give a preference to an advice to on the internet instead of actually trying to listen to one of their best friends for one or another thing. I don't want to say like that every advice should be taken from best friends, because, you know, no matter how good friends you are, in the first place it means that you share a lot of interest in common, because, and that's why you bonded strongly. So it does mean that you have similar core beliefs, you have similar interests, similar things excite you, but not everything, right? And also, like, obviously, you know, relationship advices and stuff like that maybe is not the best thing to grab from best friends. Neither from internet though. So, but it was a bit a weird realization this year that people would more trust to something written on, I don't know, Reddit or elsewhere rather than one of their best friends. So interesting. A bit upsetting too, I can be honest. But that being said, I'm also pretty terrible at that, like taking others' advice on entertainment and whatnot. Mostly because I normally have also like a backlog of 100 things that I want to watch or do or see or listen to, and like when somebody just gives me something, I was like, you know what, my list is too long. Victory in life was the subject is convincing your dad who thinks metal is just noise to try a tool, and now he's hooked for life. Really? Wow, that's very interesting. Are there really so many people shit-talking Attack on Titan out there though? I'll have thought that general opinion is more positive. I think yes. What I understood, it's more of a... I didn't go deep, but what I understood, it's more of a discussion that like One Piece is better or Attack on Titan is better, and then all these arguments go into like, oh, but the ending is shit, or that is shit, or you are shit, or it's shit. So from what I understood is like this. But then again, like, yeah, you know, I also like, to all those people that I suggested, like, you know, give it a watch. And like, I also, you know, in most cases I gave a bit of a prefacing, like, look, the first season, maybe the first 10 episodes have a bit of the anime quirks that you would expect from anime, you know, like glowing eyes and like crazy things and screaming and whatnot, but it disappears, you know. So like you would actually be able to, you know, like if you just stomach it for a little bit, and it's not that bad, like it's very little there, again, like comparing to many other, I think, that you could watch. So I gave like a little preface of, you know, this and that, and like, you know, some episodes where like maybe if you are not sure, watch until this episode and see, but if after that you are not interested, hooked or whatnot, then, well, you know, you gave it a try. And it wasn't episode 91 or something. And then I would also say, like, look, there are like what, 700,000 ratings on IMDb. And you could agree with this website, you could disagree, but it has very good ratings, so people rated it for something, right? And those are not only kids, whatever. So, like, what else do you need? There was a definite part of AUT where I said out loud, "Oh, fuck off and quit watching." Right. 100% of those who watched it liked it. It's just the other half never gave it a try and stopped it. Then and there. Well, you see, for example, wait, I did not enable the chat. Holy fuck, guys! You didn't tell me again. Oh my god. Guys, you had one job to do on a stream and you failed at it. Jesus Christ. And we are discussing such important matters. Do you remember, Furious, what was it? The moment? I'm curious. Like, again, I have to admit that, like, the first watch for me was a bit weird. I didn't watch it second time, but, you know, reading the manga, I had a bit of a weird first watch for sure, because it was all done on vacation, closer to midnight, and I was just swallowing the episodes, and I had completely different thinking of what it is and what is it about, because I also got hooked by the music, this German song that sounded like super ominous, and I felt like, okay, it's about the extinction of humanity, blah 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 blah. I was like, sure, that's something, you know, this. And I didn't overanalyze things and didn't think about it, but then after I started to think more and more and more and more about different aspects, and I was like, every time I think that, yeah, maybe it's not like that good, and then I see like something or read something, I was like, okay, it's that good. When they brought Armin back, oh, I see. Just watch One Piece. It gets good at episode 865. You just gotta make it there. Trust me, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone who doesn't want to know anything and maybe mute, yeah, right. I think people would probably know. It's also funny how, like, my friends didn't tell me not to, like, you know, spoil anything or whatever, but I kind of figured out that I shouldn't, and I normally don't like to spoil the story or anything. And I watched every, like, opening and ending. It didn't tell me anything. And even like some beats in comments of like some music that I heard, that I read, just without context, they didn't make sense. And when the context was coming in the show, I was like, I wasn't remembering those things anymore. Like I wasn't putting one to one together. Because the correct call was Irvin. Yeah. Again, there are. I do agree that combat for barbarian. There are some things. It's not perfect, for sure. It's not perfect, and there are some moments that are like questionable. That I agree. That some a bit more. I don't want to say like questionable, but more like cliche in a way. He was badly written, like the guy we were to believe was a genius, only because we were told to believe it. And yeah, I think Erwin made more sense to keep alive. Yeah, I mean, again, like I definitely agree that it's not like a perfect thing, but there are just a lot of good things. And also, again, like with different people, it could resonate differently. Hmm. I think in this, probably the whole thing was in the whole moment. I liked how the whole episode was made. Like there was no single sound, music, whatever. So like pure kind of tension, and the Bertold guy. I don't know why he gets so much hate, but I think it was also very tragic. I don't know. Anyways, guys, it's 10 p.m. I'm also pretty tired. I ran out of maps, so I would need to roll them again. I will stream tomorrow, and we can try to find a high rune. Although we didn't find shit today, actually. Not many kills, to be fair, though. No high rune today, or maybe there wasn't even Amrune. So, anyways, I don't think I have anything else to say. Alright, guys, have a good one. Good night, and catch you later, maybe tomorrow. Alright, guys, bye.